Hey everybody, we're back again to do a little bit more Legend Rune crafting. It took me a bit to get to this one, so we're above the normal 100, but that's just bonus content for everybody else. And yeah, hopefully we get some today. I know the last one wasn't particularly good, but maybe I'm due, as they say. Let's just get right into it. Let's go. As usual, mostly looking for Violent Despair, Swift, Will, but anything with a speed roll is fine by me. So this one, I'm generally not a big fan of enhanced runes or any of the two-piece rune sets because it's really hard to actually use them. And you know, like even focus, essentially if it's not one of the mainline PvP sets, you're mostly looking for speed or maybe like a hyper efficient rune, like if you're going to use it for like a Leo or something. Flat attack, slot 2s obviously don't get used very often. In fact, I don't think I've ever seen a legitimate use for one, so maybe they come to us, just get rid of them, that'd be nice. Like fatal runes though, I'm going to roll it if it has crit damage. So this one went triple, but I mean, obviously it's a low roll, so you sell it anyway. But like something like that doesn't look good, but on slot 3, you only have crit rate and crit damage that's particularly relevant, and speed, I guess, for a PvE rune. So if you roll a quad crit damage, it's still okay, so you roll it anyway. This one not going to be too good because like even if it quads crit rate, like you're missing speed, you're missing attack percent, it's hard to put all that stuff on there. Determination, maybe if Tricario comes back. Rage, the substats are kind of bad. The shield rune's kind of bad. This one, you roll it for speed. Crit damage could be okay, but this, usually Vampire, you're only rolling like for a unit that's heavily DPS oriented, so it didn't have really good substats. Flat slot 4, not very good. Flat slot 6, not very good. Defense percent focus, not good without speed. This one, roll for speed, but the other stats not looking too good. Like a flat defense isn't very good. Like missing like HP and stuff, it's kind of rough. Let's see, tolerance, just roll it for speed. You know, any chance to get that quad. Rage, could have a crit damage kind of a roll. Probably not with that other stuff. Blade, not a super exciting offset. 22 speed without, like these other stats are not very good, especially for Blade. Basically I can get a purple better than this, so even though it looks like kind of okay, it's still a sell. And I wouldn't keep a 22, like I don't keep 22s on stuff like that. So this one almost was okay. Speed, as usual, let's see it, didn't happen, too bad. This one's gonna be really hard to be good. It's like basically gonna have to roll like a 28 or something. Crit damage, we're looking for basically pure attack percent or defense percent, something where you can actually use like a rage set. This one looks pretty good. Speed, it's basically a pure DPS. That's rough. So this basically became a purple, but it is a fight rune. I'm going to keep this because it's basically a max purple, and it's fight, which I actually do need more of. Pretty much always need more fight runes, not going to lie. Blade doesn't have any of the stats I particularly want. No crit rate. This one, just roll it for speed. It's not a particularly exciting rune. Let's see. Guard on slot 2 is almost always going to be bad. Will, no speed, but I'm going to roll it just for efficiency. Because Will you can use on like anti-Leo kind of stuff. This one kind of looks okay. All the stats were there, but it didn't roll good. This one on a flat slot 4, just rolling for speed. Despair. Resistance is kind of interesting, but again, this is mostly just a speed chase. Because I don't know how many... It couldn't... Because it had crit rate, crit damage, it actually couldn't have been tanky either. And that's the only other thought I would have for like a resistance slot 6. Actually, you know what? Let's reroll this. I wasn't thinking. This could go... If this like quads crit rate, or sorry, crit damage, or splits across crit damage and attack percent, it could have been pretty okay. This one needs to go attack or crit damage. Missed a roll there. Sad. I actually missed 2 for a DPS rune. It's unfortunate. Not very good. Can roll speed, could roll crit rate. This one's not good. This one's not good. These offsets, as usual, just not very exciting. Oops, meant to plus 12 it. Lost a whole lot of rolls already, so I don't even need to roll it higher. Going for speed or crit damage. Rolls literally the opposite, as expected. This one's another potential DPS fight rune. So it missed. So this is kind of near purple. I'm not sure if I care about this, but I can put speed on it. I think this is another one I'm actually going to keep. Again, fight runes don't need to be perfect because you're mostly using them for PvE. So they just need to be mostly correct. So keeping the fight rune. This one has 2 bad stats on it. Flat slot 2, pretty bad. Flat slot 2, still pretty bad. Energy slot 1, not without speed, not very good. Speed on despair, get that quad, nope. Revenge, I don't think this is gonna roll usefully. I was gonna say like maybe like a really high HP roll or a really high crit rate roll for like a, kind of fits on a revenge set. Nemesis, didn't do it. Vampire, looking for the high crit damage. The resistance and the speed is not good. Lost an entire roll, actually more than a roll. Flat slot 4 without speed, no good. Same thing here. This shield rune was also kind of a speed chase. This one, again, those 2-piece sets are just not very exciting. Flat slot 4 again. Axe slot 6, nope. Flat slot 6, nope. Fight rune, once again, kind of an okay DPS-y looking rune if it rolls. So we missed 2 here, 2 here, 4 here. So this is worse than a purple, but once again, kind of an okay, like purple-y rune. It's like, it's basically a purple. I mean, you missed 2 here, 2 here, 4 here. So this is 2/3 of a roll, about another. So this is slightly worse than a purple, but I'll take it, I guess. Fight runes. This is the oops, all fight runes day, I guess. Because they're rolling like, they're not rolling excitingly, but they're rolling like okay. Another fight rune, slot 4, flat, sell. This one, just a speed chase. The rest of the stats don't look particularly exciting. Don't like that. This one goes high speed, high crit rate. We're kind of okay. Was that worth missing half a roll here? 15% of a roll here, and then it went flat attack. I think this is not a keep. So I think I can get a better purple than that. In fact, I think I have better purples than that. Oops, should have plus 12. Vampire with speed. Kind of a weird rune. I don't know how many vampire HP units there are, but maybe. Again, another just speed chase. Bad rune aside from the speed. Don't like this one. Mostly because Tricaro doesn't exist, right? Determination, nope. Crit rate, nope. Endure. Roll for speed. Kind of interesting. Actually, I might keep this one. This one's pretty efficient. So it has defense on it. Mostly a max roll. Not quite max on these 2 rolls, but the defense is already there and you can put HP over the crit rate. So this one's actually kind of good. I'm not sure where I would use this, but this is not bad at all. Nice and efficient. Like for something that doesn't need will, that's just like a really not, like, you know, it's kind of supporty unit, could be pretty good. Okay, so blade with crit rate, crit damage. So you just roll it to see if it hits both. Accuracy, just rolling for speed. Didn't get it. Nemesis, no speed. Shield, no speed. Destroy, bad substats and no speed. Shield, more speed again. Kind of biffed it. This is missing. This is like a sub purple shield rune, so get rid of it. Flat slot 2 violent. Just rolling for speed for the guard rune. If this attack had been a little higher, like if this had been like a 13, I would probably keep this because that's like a max crit damage, and then, but it's like, it's basically a purple because you're only a little higher than a max here, and this is lower than a max, so effectively it ended up a purple rune, and it's guard, so it's not useful anyway. Just rolling for speed, it could have been nice. Revenge, very exciting rune, just like good substats all around. Loses 4 speed, so it's not even particularly efficient. Once again, just rolling for speed. Tolerance runes, very bad. It rolled bad, and it is bad. More tolerance, more speed, rolled bad. Kind of come to expect it, not gonna lie. I shouldn't have even rolled that one. It's pretty awful. Get rid of that. No speed. Focus. No speed. Will. Not excited. Rolling this one for speed. 20% 21, I don't think so, especially because the crit damage is low. If this crit damage had been like attack percent and a near attack percent, or near max, maybe. But you don't use enhance anyway. Like, it's never going to get used. Even though it's like a triple, it doesn't matter. Like, that's the key, is the rune going to get used? If it's just going to take up box space, you're just going to sell it later anyway. So why go to the trouble of grinding it, you know, and like trying to make it good when it's not ever going to be good? A lot of speed chasing going on here. Defense percent vampire rune. Not sure where I would use that, but maybe. I guess like a vampire Feng Yen or something like that. Destroy isn't the greatest set, but does have speed, and so you roll. I see speed, I roll. Once again, the enhanced rune trying to make something happen. One day it's going to happen, but today is not that day. This one, attack, crit rate, crit damage, all 3 potential. So loses almost a whole roll of crit rate and loses almost a whole roll of crit damage. So this is basically a blue rune despite being legend. Sad. Oh well. Let's see, tolerance. You know, if it goes, the base stats are actually kind of okay. I was gonna say if it, like quads crit, or not crit rate, but resistance maybe. Blade rune, similar. But mostly speed rolling. Focus, or not focus, seal. Once again, hoping for the speed. Seal might be coming back a little bit. Well, there's our quad. Oh well. Here we have, once again, we have crit rate, crit damage on a fight rune. It completely destroyed itself. Flat slot 2 is no good. Don't care about that. Crit rate, crit damage. I shouldn't have rolled this. This is a no roll. Maybe if it had hit all the crit rate, crit damage, it could have been like okay-ish, but obviously it didn't do that. So, and I knew that ahead of time, of course. No speed on a Swift rune. No thanks. Rage, attack and crit damage, or sorry, attack and crit rate has a potential, but it didn't do it. This one I'm not excited about in any way, but I rolled it anyhow. Focus, this one's just a speed chase. You probably wouldn't ever use this. Like, this would be a hard rune to use even if it max speeded and you had like a 28 speed on it. You'd use it, but you wouldn't be happy about it. Once again, blade, attack percent slot 4, just rolling for speed. Fight, this is just a speed chase. I don't think you would ever use this. Enhance rune. Like, once again, always ending up like worse than a purple. Crit rate, crit damage, Swift rune. Okay, rolled bad. And then now we have our last set. 8 of these. Actually, we might get to do one more afterwards, but. Nemesis, crit rate, crit damage. I don't think this is useful, but maybe for something like a Leo. Flat slot 4, no good. Nemesis, crit rate, or sorry, crit damage with speed. Like, actually, the thing is on Nemesis, sometimes you want runes without tank stats. So like if this had went max speed, this actually would have been a pretty legitimate rune. Crit rate attack. Crit damage, doesn't have crit rate. I don't really want to roll it. Our only will rune today with speed on it. Obviously we'll quad. Shield rune, flat, nothing good. Resistance, this isn't very good, but again, speed chase. The accuracy quads. What are we doing? All right, last one. Despair, show me a speed. So I have Hopium. Let's roll it for fun. Meh. All right, let's take a look at what we kept. So it looks like it's just fight runes today. So, I mean, some of the 2-piece sets, the only 2-piece set I actually like, which is fight. We got this one, which is like, basically it ends up being a purple rune, like sadly, but I mean, whatever. It's basically a max purple. So like, it's probably, I'll end up using it somewhere. This one also ends up basically a max purple. Like it's not great, but it's like kind of fine. And with fatal or with the fight runes, you typically mostly just need kind of fine. This one also basically ends up with max purple, kind of fine. You know, like 1 roll here, 2 rolls here. Actually, a little better than a max purple, I think. No, it's about max purple. And then this one, which highly efficient. This is almost, actually, I think this is higher than no, it's not higher than a max legend because you're missing a 1/3 of a roll here, a 1/4 of a roll here, 1/4 of a roll here. Actually, it might be exactly max legend, especially considering the accuracy, because you get a half roll here. All right, well, anyway, that's it for today. So it's just the oops all 2-piece sets. But whatever, some of these are nice. So anyway, thanks again, everybody, for watching. Really appreciate it. I'll get back to farming, and have a good one.